My dad passed away 6 weeks ago. I was editing a video, a YouTube video, and I heard a knock at the door. Now it's my pop, right? It's my mum's dad. It's not my dad's dad. And the reason my pop was at the door was because my mum had her phone off, right? So she wasn't getting any calls to, have the news. So my pop got the phone call. He comes to the door, he knocks on the door. And we're just thinking it's a regular visit. So my mum and I are at the door, we're smiling, good to see him. But he has an awkward look on his face. We knew something was wrong. Long story short, he comes in and tells us. So I don't know how to feel at this point. I still don't believe it. I still don't believe it fucking now. But when that happened, I didn't believe it for probably a good couple of days. I never really thought that could happen. I've heard about it, but a parent passing away this early, I never really thought it was possible. Some of you might have seen my video I made about a month and a bit ago, my 2-day reaction. And I was a lot more emotional then, of course, and I still am. I have my days, but this is how I'm kind of recovering from it. And disclaimer before I get into this video, I'm not making this video for sympathy, for the views, none of that shit. I'm simply making it because I've gone through something difficult, and I am going through something difficult. Hopefully it can help just one of you out there. Because this shit is fucking hard, bro. And I think I'm handling it the best way I possibly can. And this can ruin someone's life. Right? Death of a family member, a passing of a friend, whatever it is, right? And I just hope that how I'm dealing with this can help you. If you're going through something similar, it might not be something similar, but you might get something out of this video. I don't know, you might. So let's go back to about 3 or 4 days. A couple of days after I made that video about a month and a bit ago, it kind of really sunk with me then. My family had organized the funeral, and that's really where it popped in my head. I'm like, shit, he's not here anymore. Because I never used to see my dad on a daily basis. I'd see my dad maybe 2 or 3 times a year because he lived up in Bendigo with my nan and pop at the time anyway. And he didn't have his license. So, I didn't really get to see him much. I'd see him every school holiday. So not seeing him on a day-to-day basis was normal, right? I'd only see him a bit. But after hearing the funeral, it kind of brought me back to reality. Shit. It's gonna be the funeral's in a week. I'm gonna see all my family again that I haven't seen in a fuck ton of time. Of course, I knew it was real, but I didn't, if you get what I mean. So yeah, that happens. I go to the funeral. I've never been that type of guy to show a lot of emotion in public. So that was the first time I really, showed emotion in public. And of course, I would for this reason. And after the funeral, it really hit me, really hard. Harder than the time when I heard about my dad passing. The first time I heard about it. It hit, after the funeral, that was the hardest time. Fucking hard, bro. Yeah, I'm I don't want to go into deep detail because I don't want to fucking break down on camera. I'm not doing that shit. But yeah, let's go back to how I'm recovering, all right? So, look, I basically sat down with myself that night and I wrote down, who would my dad want me to be? I pulled out my journal. Who would my dad want me to be? And the first thing that came to my mind was the best version of me. The best version of myself, whatever that looked like to me, right? Because my dad had always reminded me, do what makes you happy. You know what I mean? Go after the life that you want. Not what fucking he wants me to do, not what my mum wants me to do, what I want to do. He always told me that. My mum was more so that secure, as mums are. Dads are more freedom-based. Dads are more go out there and do whatever the fuck you want. But mums are okay, you have to go to university, you have to get this job. My dad didn't give a fuck about that. As long as I'm earning something for myself and I'm happy, cool. So I wrote down what the best version of me looks like. Even though I kind of already knew it, but I'll write it down again. And the only thing that I could control in this situation is imagining he's watching me every single day. How can I make him prouder? Every single day. How can I make him prouder? That's all I can do. I know it fucking sucks. I know you want him back, but brother, it's not gonna happen. Simple, it's not gonna happen. All right, death is inevitable. I'm not saying this to you, I'm saying this to myself. Because I can just say, oh, death is inevitable, what's gonna happen, and be like a bitch. You know what I mean? It might seem like I'm coming across as fucking narcissistic or some shit. That's not my intention here. But I firmly said to myself, he's not coming back, bro. Simply. This is what's worked for me, okay? This is what's worked for me. It might not work for you, but I'm pretty sure you can get something out of it. He's not coming back. What can you do every single day to make up for it? Make him proud. Every single day when you hop into bed, I don't know, just think, would he be proud of you today? I've made that something that I do every single day, and I use, and it might sound a bit fucking selfish, but that's all I can do right now. I use his passing as fuel, and that's all I do. And I sit down and I say to myself, fuck, record this video. What would he be thinking? Seriously, what would he be thinking? Would he be proud of you if you were weak like that? You didn't do what you said you were gonna do. You broke the promises you told yourself. Would he be proud of you? I didn't say no or yes, I just asked that question to myself. And I say that every single time something hard comes up in my life. That last set in the gym, that last rep in the gym. Getting up early even though I don't want to. Recording these videos, even though I love recording these videos, but there's some nights, maybe once every month when I don't want to record videos, I'm not really feeling it, I'm tired. But I ask myself, what would make him proud? That's all I do. And that's pretty much how I'm recovering. You see, bro, emotion is fuel. Any emotion is fuel. And if you don't expend this energy that you've been given, we're talking about passing of a family member here, it's a bit different. If you are in my same situation, it might not be your father, it might be someone else, right? Someone you cared about. And life is very different without them on this earth. What can you do every single day to make them proud? That's all you can do, bro. Yeah, spend that time. Like, I know some people may think it's weird to fucking talk to them like they're here and they're not here. Like sometimes I'll go outside in the sun or at night, take my shoes off, go on nature, sit down on the grass and just talk to dad. Sometimes I will. Some people may think that's weird, but it helps me, bro. It helps me, and you can do the same thing as well. But I think the most important part of this video, and the most important part of my journey that I've been through, is that it's okay to feel like shit. Like social media can really brainwash us into believing that feeling like shit is bad. Like you shouldn't feel like shit. You know, you shouldn't be feeling sad, you shouldn't be feeling angry, you shouldn't be feeling all these negative emotions, right? That's not the case. Once you let go of the idea that I shouldn't be feeling guilty, I shouldn't be feeling angry, I shouldn't be feeling sad, I shouldn't be worrying about this person's passing. Because I know some people can get into that mentality, right? Once you let go of that, the need to not feel this way, and just let life do its thing and experience every single emotion, well, you feel like a whole lot better. Allowing yourself to feel like crap. Allowing yourself not to feel the best. Yeah? I think that's been the most important part of my journey. Let's say I was in the mindset of my younger self, and you know, I would have those, because I have these nights sometimes when it's really hard, right? It is. Just sitting there alone and just thinking, Dad, you know, what times we could have had when I was an adult together. And I allow myself to feel sad. My younger self wouldn't have allowed that. He said, no, you're not allowed to feel sad. It's not worth it. You know, you can't do anything about it. But I allow myself to feel sad and I actually feel better. Now, it might sound counterintuitive. It's all about recovering. That's probably the most important step. Simple, that's what I've been doing. I've been expending this energy that I'm feeling on a day-to-day basis, making him proud, putting in the work, inspiring you, inspiring as many people as I possibly can to the deepest level I possibly can, and allowing the universe to do its thing, allowing me to experience emotions. Yeah? Because every emotion is here for a reason. That's all I have for you, bro. I know it's not some fucking spiritual type shit, and like I wanted to give you the real advice, all right? Nothing too complicated. This might not be the best advice for getting over someone's death, but this is what I've been doing. This is what I know best. All right? So I hope it helps. That's my only goal.